Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Wow, it is Tuesday morning. It is June 21st, the first day of summer, and we are here. My name's Bob Plass. I am here with my personal assistant and trusty cohort, Rick Berry.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning. And Peter Coles is in the center square over there. Peter Coles is our great producer and friend and a summer nut. You love summer more than anything?
Kind of, yeah.
You do? I don't jump up and down when summer comes along. No.
Why not?
I'll tell you why. The heat.
The heat.
I am not...
It's not the humidity, it's the heat?
Oh, no. Oh, you're smart. No, I think I could deal with the heat.
Yes.
It's the humidity that gets me, I guess. Yeah. In other words, when I am forced to take off a bit of clothing, I don't know. Have you ever been in that situation? Oh, shut up.
I'm not saying a word on that one, Bob.
Yeah, but don't you think that I mean, that's why I've been loving spring this year, because this has been
the extended spring, you mean?
The extended spring with the cool nights and the warmer days. But I see that there is this 100-degree heat wave on its way through America. I don't know whether that's happening this week or next week. Is it happening now? Do you guys
What's
know?
that?
No, it's only going to be 80s today.
Yeah, but I saw there was. I was watching the news, and the newscaster was on. It was some channel that I didn't know.
Oh, Bob, you're still believing the news.
Yeah, well, it was the weatherman. Should I believe the weatherman or not?
Believe them less.
Oh, all right. Okay. Now that I think about it, okay. But there was a national weatherman talking about this giant heat wave that was going to be 100-degree temperatures.
Yeah, I think in the middle of the country. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And I thought, well, geez, if it's in the middle of the country now, isn't it going to come over here?
Not necessarily.
No. Oh.
Well, it looks like Saturday and Sundays looks like it's going to be in the 90s.
Now, see, that's not. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know people who say
cut that clip out.
Yeah. the hotter, the better. Do you agree?
Why, thank you.
That's why you were chosen as a personal assistant. So I don't care whether you do anything. I'm just going to look at you.
You need to make Bob look good.
No. You know, I'll just, how you hire people, and oh my God, it's always a trope in the movies where it's got to be a beautiful girl who is a maid or somebody.
Rick, you're Bob's Bond girl.
Or the lawn boy. You were selected because I can even if you don't do anything, you're good looking.
I'm the cabana boy.
Yeah, you're sort of the cabana. no, that's
Would
not.
you like a towel?
That,
son?
no, I don't. I don't need a towel because I don't take my clothes off in public. Even when I go to the beach. You're the guy. I'm the guy.
You have one of those one-piece swimming.
I don't.
suits?
No, I don't even. Now I've given up the idea of even having a bathing suit.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Well, because I look sort of like Ken, who has been on a diet for much too long. I mean, it's like my muscles are not toned now. My body is hairless.
Hey, Bob.
So you look like a Ken doll. Is that what you're saying? Or
Well, not so. I
Bob,
look
you're in your
like Ken's
70s.
grandfather or great grandfather.
Who cares?
No, I know that. I absolutely know that, and I should learn from the best. And
I'm in my 50s and I don't care.
yeah, and
I'm a fat man and I don't care.
Oh, well,
I resemble that remark.
Do you ever feel that way? That you've got too few clothes on, and you feel like I shouldn't. Today is not a good day. I've eaten too much food the last 2 weeks, and my pot belly is hanging over my belt, and I'm not going to show the world this because it's just. Ugh.
Rick drinks a fair amount of beer and he looks great. So
Yeah, well, I know that. I know it. I don't know how
he
he
got
does it.
metabolism I'd kill for it.
Yeah, no.
I know. I didn't used to though.
You didn't have that.
No. I used to be a big kid. When I graduated from high school, I weighed over 300 pounds.
No, you told me this one.
Yeah.
Your
my
metabolism
God.
got better over
Yeah.
time?
Oh yeah.
You suck.
And without any work on it, you went from a large kid in school and then no.
Yeah, well, I was playing volleyball all the time and playing, and still I was kind of on the heavy side, and and then lost some weight, and I've been keeping. I put a little bit back on, and I've just been keeping most of it off by keeping active. And
I actually got a compliment. I was paying the bill at the Galaxy Diner on 9th Avenue at 46th Street. That's how rare this was. Okay. And a guy was sitting at the bar, at the lunch bar, eating his sandwich, and I was paying. And he said to me, he's a guy from the neighborhood, and he said to me, I don't know what you're doing, but you're looking really good. And it wasn't a pickup line incident.
You sure?
Yeah, I Wait, and that was the days that I was going to the gym like 3 times, 4 times a week, and I actually had the nerve to take my clothes off and do this up and down thing and all that stuff with the machines and stuff.
Yeah.
And I started to be svelte, and I have broad shoulders and a smaller waist.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect body, I guess. At any rate,
You're getting a 6-pack?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then I met James.
Oh.
Yep. And that has to do. I don't know whether it was sort of like, well, now I've got somebody in my life and I don't have to look as good, or we're doing all of this stuff, and I don't have time to go to the gym, or I want to be with him every hour of the day and night. Well, I doubt that, but I don't know. And suddenly, what was Charles Atlas turned into the name of Charles that is not Charles de Gaulle. I don't. The short Charles de Gaulle. I have no idea. But so ever since then,
Charlie Brown.
Charlie. Oh, that's good. No. Charlie Brown had a pretty good figure, I think. I don't know. I never. Has Charlie Brown ever been without his shirt on? Did Charles Schultz ever draw those characters naked?
No.
I don't think
Well, Charles
so.
Schultz didn't, but I'm sure somebody did. Somewhere
Oh,
along the
what's
lines.
that little kid in there? Beanbag, or what's the one that Ben?
Pigpen?
Linus or Pigpen?
Pigpen, Beanbag, Pigpen.
Big Ben.
No, Pigpen probably has had his shirt off or two. But you really, no, I think. Well, Lucy's got a little heft on her. I think I'm not sure because throws it around.
I think they're all the same.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah. What are we talking about? Cartoon
I don't
characters that are
know.
naked cartoon characters.
We went off the rails.
Oh, totally off the. How did that start? Oh, summertime.
Yes.
Summer's here.
I'm with you, Bob. I hate the heat.
What do you do?
Whether it's heat or humidity, I don't. You know, like I've told the story before. I've been in Arizona in July.
Yeah.
It was 112 degrees at the Grand Canyon. And it was miserably hot. I don't care if it was a dry heat or what. It was just hot.
Yeah, yeah. And there's nothing you need, and if you can find shade, God help you. You know, or if you're, I remember we had this heat wave in New York City, and I bought a fan. Because we didn't have air conditioning back then.
It wasn't invented yet.
yeah, that's right. No, so I bought this fan and I put it right beside. I mean, it was like right next to me.
Yeah.
It was like the fan was right here at the head or whatever. And I had a roommate at the time. Dow, a straight guy. He's great, wonderful man. He's got 3 kids now, married or whatever. And so I said, Dow, he was in the other room, and I said, Dow, you got to come out here and sleep here. You got to, I don't know how you're doing it. And the straight guy came right out and took the bait and
took the bait.
It took the bait.
Yeah, there was nothing happened, but I thought, isn't this great that this guy is comfortable enough to plop down because it is so damn hot. You know, what do you think? Is that it? Yeah, what?
Nothing.
What?
I did not. There was nothing to it at all. But that was that summer. It lasted for like a month or so, and there was no getting around it in New York. And people are feisty enough in New York as it is without this heat.
They are?
Well, kind of, yeah.
I've always found them to be friendly and helpful.
Really?
And
What? Wait a minute. Wait.
you don't sense the sarcasm? What?
Yeah.
Not
No.
in New York City.
I think because we always had a place to go, something to do, and you're on your way somewhere, and you just don't want to be bothered. Because I wasn't a native to New York, I was always kind with people who looked I always, there's such a great feeling that you know something that someone else doesn't know.
Yeah.
So if there were tourists, I lived in Hell's Kitchen, so they very seldom frequented over to Ninth Avenue, the Ninth Avenue area. Now it's kind of hopping, but back then it was not so hopping. And if I would see somebody on the street with a map staring there, I would immediately go over to say, "Can I help you?" And then give them the right answer, or maybe the wrong answer for all I know. But there was an answer, and there was such a feeling of, boy, I feel good that I have helped somebody, or more to the point that I know something that you don't.
Really?
Isn't that awful? Really, no, that I proved to you that I'm a New Yorker, because in my mind I wanted to be the New Yorker, and it was difficult when I first moved back to the area to sort of get rid of that. And as I look now at programs that take place in New York City, I really do get nostalgic and think of, oh God, that was really, really wonderful to just be able to get up, walk 2 streets and see a Broadway show, walk 3 streets and go to a museum, walk 4 streets and go to a great restaurant, and also this pulse that I maybe that's why I still have that energy pulse. It could be my ADHD. But I'm not sure. I know. Enough about me.
What about you?
No. What's going on, you guys?
What about Paul?
Yeah. Uh, anything happen? Oh, I got to say that Artworks is having a concert on Friday night down Downtown Live, and so you might consider that.
What we all know as I still like it as Locals in the Lot, but
Locals in the Lot.
I always thought that was a great title for
It is
a series.
Locals in the Lot.
Yeah, well, that's not till the 8th. The first one is on the 8th.
It's not this weekend?
No, the first one is July 8th.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
No,
Well,
I thought they have a special like a showcase this week.
Well, not the Locals in the Lot like
Right.
you were thinking.
The showcase is Saturday,
that
no?
one starts, the Friday night concerts start on the 8th.
Okay, and then there's the Whip City. I think it's Whip City Music, the one down on the end, the one that
Right.
Doug Cotton owns.
Right.
I think he's going to have a lot of his students out there as a local showcase.
Oh.
All day Saturday.
Oh, okay. I thought that was last weekend for some reason.
Oh.
No.
Are you I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah. Well, that's good that
We're on top of things this morning.
well,
aren't we?
that's good.
Well,
that
people got to tell us about stuff. You
yeah,
know, if they
but
want us
wait
to
a minute.
promote it.
I got to say that that's good because I was worried. In the second hour, we are being blessed with the Sullivan brothers, all three of them.
Yeah. They gave me a lot of work.
Bo, Brian, and Rick are coming in.
They're coming in live?
Yeah, because we're doing a
Nice.
I've been on this committee for the Scholar Fest, which
Somebody's
is,
doing the PA and got thrown a curveball yesterday.
Oh, you're wonderful. Oh, good. Okay.
Now there's a band.
There is a band. Great.
Yeah,
Great.
thanks.
Yeah. Great.
More
great.
work for Peter.
Oh, that's wonderful. Peter, so it's going to take place Friday night is the Scholar Fest for
Starting
the
around 4:30.
Kevin J. Sullivan Scholarship.
Yep.
And it starts at 4:30, I think, right?
4
Yeah.
4 o'clock, I believe.
We'll find out from the guys. But it's to benefit a wonderful scholarship for kids in our school system.
Our research department said the Whip City Music concert already took place. So
that's
you were right, Bob.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So well, I hope you all had a good time.
The Artsworks ones, the first one is July 8th at 7 o'clock and features 91 South.
Oh.
So it's
the band that
Nice.
Kevin
a week from Friday.
Wonderful. And we are fast afoot working on Westfield's Big Day, which happens on August 6th. Probably be boosting it right through the month of June and July because it's a great collaboration between Westfield and Weekends and the police department. We also have a stained glass. No, that was last night. Stained glass workshop. There's tons happening at Westfield and Weekends. You know, the Let's Travel series is happening.
Yep.
And we're going to Italy in a couple of weeks. I think it's July 11th. We're doing a Let's Mangia night at my house in the kitchen, in the barn kitchen of my house. 15 lucky people are going to who
You bringing down Linda Moranti for that one?
Well, yes. Right now, it's Linda Moranti from Chef Linda Moranti from Italy. She's right in Italy right now, and I've texted her. But we have a standby or two just in case she doesn't get back from Italy. But we're going to teach people how to make an authentic Italian meal. Have a little wine on my back porch. You're going to have a sample of the meal that you see cooked in the kitchen, and you can buy those tickets on westfieldandweekends.com.
Nice.
Yeah.
And also starting Monday the 27th is open mic.
Oh, it is.
Westfield, yep, is back again.
See, this is the
for
only
the summer.
This is the only good thing about the summer. No, that's not one of the only. One of the things about summer is that there's a lot happening, theater, music-wise, community-wise, and there is wonderful things to do. As long as it doesn't have to involve taking your clothes off.
Stop, Bob.
I'm
always
for
back
it.
to that.
All right.
Always
Don't get
back
us in
to
trouble,
that.
Bob.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, and if you've never been down to the open mic, it's actually really nice. Bring your chairs, go down, sit down, grab something from one of the local restaurants that's open and come sit out.
And it's out in front of the
gazebo on the green, yeah.
Yeah, it's really great. It's really great. Well, Peter, I'm going to celebrate the moonwalk with I'm going to celebrate the moonwalk and Yusuf Islam's birthday today. Cat Stevens is celebrating his. I think he's like my age or so. I'm not exactly sure. Check on.
He might be
on
older
Cat,
than you.
Cat. Do you think he is? I don't know. But Cat Stevens is just his music is wonderful. If you ever get a chance, go on YouTube and listen to the music of Cat Stevens. and his birthday is today, and so I immediately thought of his Moonshadow song.
He's 73 years old.
Oh, see, he's younger than I am.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that man. Oh, all right. Geez, I wonder if he looks good without his shirt on. I don't. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever. No. Let's get off of that. wait. Here's Moonshadow.
Oh, I'm being followed by a moonshadow, leaping and hopping on a moonshadow. And if I ever lose my hands, lose my plow, lose my land, yes, if I ever lose my hands, oh, I won't have to work no more. And if I ever lose my eyes, if my colors all run dry, yes, if I ever lose my eyes, oh, I won't have to cry no more. Yes, I'm being followed by a moonshadow, leaping and hopping on a moonshadow. And if I ever lose my legs, I won't moan, no, I won't beg. Oh, if I ever lose my legs, oh, I won't have to walk no more. And if I ever lose my mouth, all my teeth, north and south, yes, if I ever lose my mouth, oh, I won't have to talk. Did it take long to find me? I asked the faithful light. Yes, did it take long to find me? And are you gonna stay the night? I'm being followed by a moonshadow, oh, leaping and hopping on a moonshadow, moonshadow.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday morning. It is the first day of summer, and it's the solstice. It is also, we're celebrating the first man walks on the moon. And I'm surprised, Rick, that I guess both of you guys were not old enough to remember it. I was going to say, where were you?
I wasn't born yet.
You both weren't born yet. So does it mean anything to you at all? Especially you, Peter, in terms of your space
It is literally the most monumental achievement in human history.
Really? Uh-huh.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
Yes, as long as it actually happened.
Don't
Isn't that
start.
fun? What movie? Yeah, wasn't there a movie recently that just Don't Look Up? I think had a fake moon landing in it or something.
No, Don't Look Up was that people wouldn't believe scientists saying that there was a asteroid coming to the Earth, and nobody did anything about it. All the politicians ignored them until it was too late, and then all of a sudden they they were the cause celeb, and it was too late, and you
Yeah.
know, everybody died. So.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. And I'm thinking of the last American Horror Story that had Mamie Eisenhower and Eisenhower in it, and there was a fake moon landing in that movie. I think it was a horror story. All right, so let's talk about the real thing. Who landed on that? Now, see, I can remember the exact time because I was home somehow or other. It was one of those times that I went home to my mother. Between I had been in New York City and I was transitioning back to Westfield, or not to, back to Springfield.
You were transitioning, Bob?
I
Again?
wasn't. Oh God! All right, so
teasing.
I was moving from New York City to here, back to the area. And I was at home with my mother and my father, and I remember they had to set up a bed that was not, it was like a cot, because they had given up my room to I don't know, my mother's sewing room or something. So I was on this cot in the dining room, and lying there and listening to the Man on the Moon, or the
moon landing.
The moon landing.
Yeah.
And did it happen? It happened in the middle of the afternoon here, didn't it?
July. Well, it says July 20th, 1969.
July.
It doesn't give a time.
Somehow or other, I think I was about to watch Dark Shadows. I don't know, but so the first moonwalk. I guess the first moonwalk was today. Doesn't it? It says July 20th.
Well, that was when we landed on the moon.
July.
Well, actually, no. Actually, this is actually July 20th, 1969. Millions of people gathered around their
Bob,
TVs
you're a
to
month
watch.
early.
I'm a month early. Holy
Yeah.
mother! Well, then, can you?
Yeah.
You watched too much of this.
Oh, Dark Shadows. Oh, I love it.
Well,
We'll go for another 6 seconds.
Yes.
Somebody may have walked on the moon
Collins.
today. They had to send, up the film crew to prep and, set everything up, right?
Stop it. What
That's
the
true. That's
flying
true. Walter
leaf?
Cronkite had to write a script.
Yeah, right. They had to
that's
send
right.
the pre-production,
contacted
the
The only
pre-production
time-
crew.
to call Walter
The only
Cronkite.
time a moon landing was ever staged was for the show
American Horror Story.
For All Mankind.
Oh, I don't know that show at all. No.
Do you have Apple TV Plus?
No. I want to, but I don't.
You should, because there's some great shows on
Oh,
there.
I know. I can't wait to.
For All Mankind, the first episode starts with a moon landing, and there's everybody in this. All the astronauts are in a bar called the Outpost, which actually existed in Houston. I think it still might.
Huh.
And they're watching, and it's the whole lead up, just like you saw with Walter Cronkite, First Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
And they show the man on the moon, and the flag is a flag of the United Socialist Republics, USSR.
Oh, well, that says it all, doesn't
And the
it?
timeline diverges from there. What happens if the space race never stops? That is the premise for the show. And there's a lot of historical stuff that.
What's the name of this show again?
For All Mankind.
For All Mankind. Sounds really
It is.
terrific.
They're in their third season now.
Well, geez,
and it is unbelievable
heard
how
of it.
good it is.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Who's the star? Anybody that we know?
There are a few people you'd recognize in there.
Yeah.
But the main lead stars are guys you haven't seen. There's a guy that was in a show on Amazon Prime called Patriot. About this spy that kind of losing his marbles, and his dad is the head of the agency, and it's kind of funny.
Oh God, yeah.
It's a little weird. It's a little dark, but it's interesting.
Sounds good. Apple TV. We are. I am.
Great show.
Well, I got to tell you guys, Bosch Legacy on I think it's Paramount. No, Plus now. No, it's called Freebie now. Freevee. Do you know
the old IMDb.
Freevee, yeah, IMDb, DB. The old IMDb
It's
is
an
now
app.
Freevee, and Bosch Legacy. This is the best
Freevee?
season of Bosch.
Yeah,
Bosch.
free V.
I've
Freevee,
never heard of
like
that one.
TV, only now it's Freevee. You see, and it's free. You can get it on your channel, on any channel, I think, and it has some great shows. And this one in particular, Bosch Legacy, is with Titus Welliver. I think I talked about it last week, but really, really good. I've got only 4 more episodes, and I'm going, oh, I'm so sorry that's going to end, but it's not. It's going to be back on next season because it's so good.
Oh, that's a Amazon thing?
And no, it's Freevee. Oh, do you get it with just Amazon?
It's an Amazon. It says Amazon Freevee.
It could be on Amazon, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. We have so much to watch, and do you ever get overwhelmed and say, "Hell, I'm going to read a book"? That's me. I just get overwhelmed. Once I watch Jeopardy, I watch my Jeopardy every night,
Yeah.
and either taped or whatever. Maybe a little Ari Melber for the politics. And then it's time to watch something, and it is so hard for James and I. I started watching that show based on it's called The Offer, that's based on The Godfather, how they made the Godfather movie. The producer, Albert Ruddy, it's his story, but it's only his story, and apparently it is one of the worst things on television, according to one the nadir of television. And James and I are watching it. We're in the 2nd episode. After I read the review, I said, I was thinking that sort of same kind of thing, that's kind of shoddy television or whatever. So we stopped watching that. So we started watching this Hidden, it's called, season 3 of Hidden, with one of my favorite British. Well, it takes place in Wales. And last night we watched the first episode. I slept through 20 minutes of it. And you can't sleep through 20 minutes of a mystery. You can't. You cannot do that,
No,
Rick.
you can't, because you're lost.
Totally lost. And God help me if I ask James, who is that? Why did they do that? And he's dead. Didn't you see him get shot? Didn't you? Where is she? At any
And
rate,
obviously he wasn't paying attention.
he doesn't
You
want
realize
to.
that you were
wasn't
sleeping.
after. Yeah, he doesn't. He was never hired or never. I didn't take him as my partner to become an interpreter.
Sure you did.
Interpreter. That I did not take him as my partner to become an interpreter. Does Michelle have that same? You don't fall asleep at any moment whatsoever. I mean, when you're watching, you're not a snoozer.
No, not really. No.
Yes.
No, but I will come in and halfway in and just go, and most of the time I just go, yeah, whatever.
Well, then you ought to be married to me.
Because I go, I watch TV. It's either sports, the news, or HGTV,
Oh.
or the TV Food Network. Then but that's even
yeah.
kind of jumped the shark.
Oh, really?
So
I like the Food Network. I love HGTV.
yeah.
But I have not, I've been going on YouTube and trying to find things and stuff. I watched the American Film Institute tribute to Julie Andrews the other night. That was my concession to pop culture. Yeah. Carol Burnett and everybody, and the kids from Sound of Music, who are now 60, 65, 70 years old.
The Von Trapp family.
Yeah, the Von Trapp family. And it was great. It's good. All right, so, hey, look, we were talking, then this song that I'm about to play, we probably shouldn't play the song because we're not, the man didn't walk on a moon until another month from now, so we're not celebrating it. But I'll play the song anyways because it's here. This is B. Arthur singing. Did you know that B. Arthur sang?
Yes, I did.
The Golden Girl.
Yes.
Yeah. She was in the original Fiddler on the Roof. She played Yenta.
That I didn't know.
Yeah. And the show was originally written about Yenta and not written about it was about Yenta finding mates for each of Tevyev's daughters, okay? And Harold Prince, the director of the show, brought B. Arthur into his dressing room or went into her dressing room when they were on tryout, and they said, B, I've got some news for you. The show is no longer about Yenta. It's about Tevyev. So consequently, a lot of your scenes are going to be changed, and we're going to get rid of that song for you here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He said, don't worry, you're still going to be paid what we were going to tell you you were going to be paid. She said, oh, well, I'm out of here as soon as the show opens. And so she got out of there very soon after the show opened. Yeah. She went off to do some other things, including Golden Girl and whatever. But the interesting thing about B. Arthur is her voice. You can't. It's.
You can't unhear that voice.
You cannot unhear that voice.
Right.
And she's able to deliver a line, even if it's not funny, and get a laugh. So she's in Mame. She goes into Mame with Angela Lansbury, and she becomes Vera, who is the drunken friend of Mame, okay? And Vera had lines like, that moon is so bright because she gets up at 12 noon in the afternoon. Or, that sun is so bright. And it turns out to be the moon. I don't know. At any rate, I'm having trouble putting sentences together, folks.
You okay?
Yeah. So at any rate, so she plays this really kind of like strange actress, drunken actress, friend, bosom buddy to Mame, and she is in this Broadway show, and she explains what her scene is in the Broadway show. It's called The Man in the Moon. Listen to these Jerry Herman lyrics. They're hysterical. The man in the moon is a lady. Did you know that? The man is a moon is a lady. Play it, Peter, and let's hear B. Arthur.
Oh, Vera, I can't wait to hear that overture. Tell me about the show.
Well, it's this terribly modern operetta about a lady astronomer who makes a universe-shaking discovery. I have a little secret I'd like to impart that I hope doesn't give you too much of a start. Though it's shocking, it's completely true. I know it isn't gossip or rumor, of course, for I've had it from quite a reliable source, and I'd like to pass it on to you. The man in the moon is a lady with lipstick and curls. The cow that jumped over cried, jumping Jehovah. I think it's just one of the girls. She winks at the stars from her bed of green cheese. That isn't a nightgown, it's a satin chemise. Oh, her friends are the stars and the planets. She sends the Big Dipper a kiss. So don't ever offend her. Remember her gender. The man in the moon is a miss. What?
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday, June 21st, the first day of summer. The kids are out of school, and all is well. And I'm here with Rick Berry and Peter Coles. My name is Bob Plass, and we are getting ready to go into the second hour. We are going to have the Sullivan Brothers, and I think one of them is driving in right now. But we'll have Rick and Brian and Bo to celebrate with in the next hour and talk about the Scholar
But
Fest.
wait, there's more.
Yeah, Scholar Fest on Friday night at the Sons of Aaron. So we'll talk about that. Hey, the strange days today. Cuckoo warning day. What do we need to be warned about cuckoos?
Well,
don't you dare. Don't you even
what? I wasn't going to say anything, Bob. Bob, are you feeling guilty?
Yeah. Do we need to warn anyone?
We need to warn a lot of people about cuckoos out
Oh,
there.
Bob?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yes.
there are a lot of cuckoos out there.
All right. International T-shirt Day. You're wearing a T-shirt in honor
Yes, I
of
am.
International. Did you know that it was International T-shirt Day?
I did. I actually read the notes last night.
You did, and
Yes.
that's why you wore this T-shirt.
No, I was going to wear it anyways. I wore it because, this what's coming up this Sunday are the Westfield fireworks.
Westfield fireworks. So you
Are
are
this
wearing
Sunday.
Uncle Sam.
Yes, well,
he's got a big hot dog in his
He's eating
hand.
a hot dog and it says,
Yeah.
Taste the freedom.
Yeah. And what is it? Taste of Freedom.
Taste the freedom.
freedom.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. It's a great T-shirt. Where'd you get that T-shirt?
I don't remember. I've had it for quite a years. I may have bought it at the Bonton at one time.
It's good quality.
Yes.
It's good quality because and also it's I always worry that my T-shirts are not white.
Right.
How long can you wear a white T-shirt before it becomes a gray T-shirt?
Me, about 2 hours.
Well, you're
So
doing
by the-
very nice today.
So by the time the end of this show comes around, this will be dirty.
Oh, okay. All right. So, tell us about the fireworks that are happening.
Well,
It's July 4th fireworks, but they are going to be on what is it, June 26th?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll be Sunday.
It's my anniversary, incidentally.
Yeah. So right
my
across
wedding
the street
anniversary.
from you. So
Yeah,
they're having
yeah.
fireworks just for your wedding anniversary.
James and I will be out in the back porch looking at them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They'll be,
yeah.
everybody's celebrating just for you, Bob. Everybody will be down at the field. There's going to be music by Corey and the Knightsmen.
Lovely.
And I believe there's going to be vendors and stuff, right, Pete?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah. Pete, are you doing anything? Are you involved at all with that?
I think I'm going to video it, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Marvin has something to say about it.
Yeah? Oh.
Where's the kaboom?
There's
there was
gonna-
supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
There's going to be lots of kabooms.
Yeah, yes.
Did they have an Aleutian PL-239 space modulator?
Yes, they
Oh,
did.
yes. Hey, this is the first year in many, many years that we don't have to worry about Frankie. Our dog passed away, as you know. But dogs and fireworks just don't go together. How's your dog do with fireworks?
She barks at first, and then she gets a little nervous when we're not home. If both of us are home, she's perfectly fine.
Right.
I think she's more worried about us.
Oh, God.
But she doesn't like the loud booms, but they don't bother her.
You would think that Frankie, who was this huge dog, big dog, was a little tiny baby. He would come running or whatever, and we always ended up saying, "Oh, we better go away," and so we get in a car and we take him to up to Blandford or someplace away from those fireworks that are directly across the street because we didn't want to.
Did you guys ever think about running like a high-speed fan or something like that creates white noise?
You know, that would have been. Where were you when I needed you, Peter?
I sleep better with a high-speed fan on.
Yes. Yeah. Well, do you also run for fireworks?
No.
No.
I love fireworks.
You love fireworks. Okay. So this is the city of Westfield that's putting this on. We need to say that probably, huh?
Yes.
And I bet Amy Tosi in the mayor's office had a lot to do with it. And
I've been trying to find...
Pete Miller does a lot with that, too.
I've been trying to find something either online or that, and I can't see anything on...
There was an article in the paper last night that fireworks, but I wonder. I don't think you're allowed to bring your dogs onto that field. So if you're thinking of bringing your dogs first, don't
do it.
But if you're then going to do it, please, you gotta have him on a leash.
Yes.
Because he might go running away and you'll never see him again.
Right. Well, I will tell you, the former dog that we had. She did not care about fireworks whatsoever, and we brought her many a times to the fireworks, and she would just sit down, put her head on our lap, and she'd watch them with us.
Really?
Oh yeah, she had perfectly good hearing. Maxie was a great dog, and they didn't bother her. You know, we were at the Holyoke fireworks one time, and somebody said, "Is your dog afraid of fireworks?" We're like, "No." She's not.
It's not.
And
so strange
they were
loud noises. And
and
maybe she would when she was in the womb, her mommy, her little dog, the dog mommy, probably was raised by a musician who was a drummer.
Could be.
And so consequently, she grew up in a family with noise, so it didn't bother. That's my theory.
Bob, let's see if your guests are listening. Hey guys, you can come in. You know, you don't have to sit out there in the
They're all sitting. No, they're sitting probably listening to it, and they're looking.
I want to see if they're listening to us or somebody else.
Oh no, I bet they're on their cell phone. The Sullivan brothers on their cell phone. I'm sure.
They're welcome to come in. They don't have to wait outside.
Hey, let's. You know what else today is?
It's World Giraffe Day.
What does that mean?
World Giraffe Day. So you're just celebrating giraffes, so you better stick your neck out, Bob.
By the way, for the Fireworks for Freedom, the lawn opens at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
It's presented by Westfield Bank, Westfield Gas and Electric, Whip City Fiber, and the Friends of the Westfield 350th Anniversary Committee.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They had some leftover 350th money, and so that goes toward this. That's so good. Harry Rock, thanks. And that committee.
Food vendors, they didn't list them, but there would be food vendors and a fireworks display by Atlas Pyrotechnics. And, you know, the mayor likes to thank the police department, fire department, DPW, and Boys and Girls Club, and Westfield Public Schools for their contributions to the event.
Oh, man.
Now, where are you finding this?
Yeah,
I have the press release.
Because I cannot find it anywhere.
Maybe it's on
or
City Hall or whatever.
It's probably on the city website.
Yeah. Well, people are going to know now that we've told them all, 4 people who are listening. It's World Handshake Day. So what you got to do is you've got to say to somebody, hey, today's World Handshake Day. I'd shake your hand, but I'm afraid that where your hand has been. I suppose that's what you're supposed to say.
All right, germaphobe.
It's World Music Day, too.
It's World Music Day.
Yes.
Yeah. June is the month of weddings, so Wisconsin's music director has selected a song, Let's Get Married. This is by a young man who died very young at 19, but he had he's 27, began singing at 19 in Louisiana, and his name is Prince Lala. Louisiana, with a hyphen. Okay, so here's Prince Lala getting married, and then we'll be back.
Sending out invitation to friends and all relations. And now that food and pickle too. But I made it up in my mind. Took a long, long time. Whoa, but I get married soon.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com. Support for Community Radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England. Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
It is Tuesday, July 20. No, that doesn't happen on Johnny Carson, does it? Johnny,
of course it does.
Yes,
Yes.
I was busy talking. I was in the middle of a sentence, I think, and so Rick and I are now looking like we were Orson Welles and his wife in Citizen Kane across this big long table, looking at one another as we're having our meal, you know. Rick, you've moved there, and then we have these three places in between us.
Yes.
And
we've got some guests coming in.
We do have some guests. I'm so excited. If this is like a reunion for all three of the Sullivan brothers. So I've got Rick and Bo and Brian. Actually, if they'd like to come in, we can bring them in. The Sullivans are a dynasty. No, I guess they're not going to come in until we... Oh, here they... All right, so may I introduce to you... Peter, could you give us the background of Westfield Green? So here is Mayor Rick Sullivan.
I thought there was going to be like music or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
So you can walk in.
All right, yes, right. There is Mayor Brian Sullivan, and there is... running up the end, there is Bo Sullivan, television personality and director of the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. All three of you in one. This is like, you put those on, guys. That's exactly right. Yeah.
What are they?
Oh, look at.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Rick. How are you? Rick, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, my God. This is such a thrill. Because it's sort of like having, it doesn't feel
like these play school ones that are just like
these are like play school. Yeah. This is like I was.
Can you hear out of yours, Rick?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Brian, you got to get yourself closer to the mic there. Yeah, there.
You're sure?
Or you can move the mic closer to you if you like. There you are. All right. Now, when was the last time the three of you appeared together? It was Christmas show at when you were doing.
Bo had another one. Actually. Yeah, there was one. The Christmas show. These two used to show up pretty much each year, but we had one. Catering Walsh had a show on Saturday mornings, and she taped one on like a Friday afternoon, and we had all of us. Kevin was around for that one, and we actually called my sister Janet and put her on the phone because she was in Maine at the time.
What did you talk about?
Oh, God knows. Dick and Edie. I don't know. Bob Plass stories from the 1960s.
Oh man, God.
He still tells those too.
Well, so do I.
Living in the
scarred for life.
Don't make me dig out that picture.
What?
That's the real version.
You got the real version. Yeah.
But it is before 7 o'clock.
I remember
Hey,
because
Bo, there's the picture.
Look at this picture.
Oh yeah, I know.
There is one of the. Look at that helmet hat of mine.
Nobody knew who the guy on the left was. I asked everybody in my family, and nobody could figure out who it was.
Who the guy on the left was? That's Dennis Akins.
Dennis Aiken, and none of us knew.
That was Tenderloin. Your father was wearing, for the people who are listening on the radio, it's a picture of me back in 1970. Maybe 5 or so. I don't know what the hell. And very thin, and I had helmet hair. And Rick, your dad must have been about 50 at that time.
40. If that's 75, it would have been 40.
I was like 29, 30 or something. No, how much? Well, Rick,
Bob, it's your age.
How old is your dad?
87.
87, and I'm 77. So we are 10 years apart.
So 30. Yeah.
So I was in my 30s.
Yeah, he still wears that outfit.
I was going to say, what the hell are you wearing?
There was a swimsuit.
Born again in the Peanuts version. It looked like Linus.
It did look like Charlie Brown's shirt there. I wasn't going to say it, but
yeah, Charlie. No, he was actually. That was a. There was a water scene where they went swimming, and this took place in the 1800s, and so they were swimming, and et cetera, et cetera. It was Tenderloin, yeah. A show that flopped on Broadway.
I'm sure it was a big success down there.
Looks like it was a standing room only.
Oh yeah. We would then go to the Sullivan House. You see, I never knew that Westfield Theater was my first experience of community theater. Okay, and I had no idea what I thought I was just going to sing and act. You sing and act, and then you go to the Sullivans and have drinks.
In that order. Yeah.
No, sometimes first.
Sometimes first. Yeah.
You were better if you went it the other way.
No. All right. So Rick, there would be all these actors partying and
actors, right?
And you guys were on Highland Avenue. Highland Avenue, and you guys it would be like the Lennon sisters came down the stairs, and there were like 4. It was like the Lawrence Welk show. There were like 4, the 4 of you.
What? We were not the Von Trapps.
At the end of the evening, your father would request your goodbye song,
yes,
and whatever. Yeah. Who would take the lead? Who's the one that has the singing voice in your family? Has anybody?
Aunt Betty. Me? Yeah. There is not a singer in this family.
There is not.
My sister?
No.
Yeah.
No, she's bad too.
Yeah. And it wasn't Dad, but he was the lead. So
he had a pretty good voice actually. Well, he could put over a number. Let's put it that way.
Joan Mahachek would be really loud on the piano.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You were how young were you guys? I mean, like first in age. Now, let me see. Rick is the oldest. Brian is the second. No, Kevin King.
Janet.
No, my sister's 2.
2. Wait a minute. Okay, so your sister is the second one in order of and then Brian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Barry.
Kevin. Yeah.
Oh, Kevin. And then Barry.
Yeah,
Barry.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. Did anyone ever call Barry, Barry?
Aunt Kappa.
Yeah, my aunt and Timmy O'Connor.
and Shannon when she's mad at
Shannon, my daughter, when she's really mad at me.
Yeah.
So.
I think we've been a couple of places where somebody said Barry, and both of us turned around and looked and said, what?
Aching back. But I think that the 4 of you, or the 5 of you, got a real taste of what life was like. I really, do in all ways. I don't know. I was thinking about it as when I think of the Sullivans, I think of public service. And where did that come from? Everyone, I don't know about Janet. Janet left town, right?
Yeah.
What was that?
I always say she was the smartest.
She went back because your mother is from Maine, so she moved back. She moved to where you would spend your summers. Is that what happened? Basically,
That's right.
She met a guy up there and then married and stayed there.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Okay, so she leaves town, and then the four of you are here, and then your father says, "We better get him out of the house. Let's teach him how to be public servant." Is that what happened? I don't know.
Bob, that's a great theory.
Yeah, it's a good theory, but no, I think it was better than that.
Well, I mean, he was obviously a public school teacher and then ultimately principal and superintendent up at Gateway for a long time. So it was kind of, somewhat in the blood, I suppose. Although, my mom was really the one on some of the local issues that, she's the one that went door to door for the, new high school to put it on the ballot a couple of different times. And so she was an activist in her own right.
Were they part of a political committee in town at one point? No.
No, I mean, Dad was on the Democratic City Committee, but, that was really actually kind of later.
That happened later. So his volunteer work was volunteering for the Westfield Theater Group, and you said, "God, I'm not going to go anywhere near a stage, but I like the limelight, so I'm going in politics."
Well, they all, they kind of go hand in hand, right?
Yeah, well, they do.
It's all acting.
It is all acting. Who was the first that decided to go into politics? Was it you, Rick?
Well, I guess I'm the oldest, so by default, I guess it was.
Yeah.
I guess it was me. So the first political run was the first actually elected Gas and Electric Commission. So I was in law school.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? And so you were Western Mass? Is that?
I went to Western New England.
Western New England, rather. Yeah. So you're in law school and you get into a political position.
Right.
And then you say you're going to run for mayor.
I actually was on the city council first. There was a little bit of a break in there because I lost an election, thanks to Dan Call. So that
yeah, of course.
And then
was he a mayor at one point?
No, he was on the city council.
He was
the Ward 4 city councilor before Barbara Swords.
Oh, gotcha.
So then I did 2 terms on the city council, and then ran for mayor.
So it was not like you're walking into your mom and your dad and saying, "I'm going to be mayor of Westfield."
I don't think I ever put it that way. It probably involved, "Hey, would you hold a sign at Highland School?"
Oh.
And my dad's been there ever since. Him and Danny Smith.
Oh my God, the two of them! Honest to God, they're great. Yeah.
That's really where we started even thinking about politics, though. Rick was on Dan Smith's committee for state rep. And back when he was in middle school, and that was our first, taste of it. Rick was out holding signs for Dan Smith.
Yeah.
And the rest of us kind of took part.
So Brian, then you came along and you said, "Well, Rick can do it. I can do it." Is that how it happened?
I'm not sure we had that conversation either. I can't remember back when Rick was mayor at the time.
Yeah.
And there was actually an issue that was affecting the north side of town, which is where I lived. And it was one of those, well, if you're going to talk about it, you might as well run and try to do something. So I honestly cannot remember what the topic was. But so I said, well, I'll give it a shot. And we did, and we won, and the rest.
Your parents didn't go, "Oh no," no.
I'm not sure I got their vote. I don't know, but we that was the first election, and then I was on for 18 years.
Yeah, incredible. And how long were you there for in all of that, including the city council? You were like 4-term mayor, right? 7 term. That's 14 plus
2 years, 4 years on the council before.
So 18 years.
Yep.
18 years, and then
Don't even come to this end of the table.
Late bloomer.
I was the one who ran and lost. How about that?
All right. Yes. Yeah. But that was a real surprise to me, actually. I wasn't around for that one, but I heard about it, and I thought, geez, he's like one of the top celebrities, one of the radio personality. Bet now you would win.
You think so?
I
don't know. I said some pretty stupid stuff on here. So.
Is that it?
Yeah.
There's tapes.
But as things come to pass, you are now in public service because you are on the school committee.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And that's really in tribute to Kevin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
When he passed away, he still had a little more than a year left on his term, and the way the city works is you can apply to fill that term. So I did, and then the school committee and city council get together and pick who they think, and I just happened to be the one they picked. And then I ran on my own the following year. So
and you won.
I won.
Yeah,
I won. I can finally say I won.
So, yes. Kevin, how long was Kevin on the school committee?
He was just finishing his third term, so it was basically 11 years.
Yeah. Had he done anything else besides that? Besides the school committee? What was his profession?
He was an attorney.
He was an attorney. Yeah. Oh, got it.
He ran for governor's council out of, what is it, District 8 or whatever it is. It's all four counties out in Western Mass.
Yeah.
He ended up losing by about, 1,100 votes?
Yeah.
That was one we all want back. That was the race we all want to run again.
Do you ever, when you've lost a right, did you lose any?
Yeah.
At the beginning.
The first city council.
First one.
Yep.
Okay. And Brian? No.
I didn't.
No, you didn't at all.
No. Timing was very good for me.
And Bo?
Yeah. Me and my dad, we carry up the bottom.
So what do you do when you lose? I never know. I mean,
the beer's just as cold, Bob.
Yeah, so true. So true.
You know what we do as a family? We sit for the next 3 days and analyze the heck out of what happened. We just talk about it and try to figure out what would we have done, what should we have done, what didn't we do.
So now when you're having Sunday dinner together or whatever, your family is the thing I love about the Sullivan family. Everybody, where's the camera? I don't know. Where am I looking?
It's the new one, Bob. Yeah, that one.
There we
the
are.
one in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one in the middle.
Choose the middle one.
Look. I need to learn about how you hear the travails of my family here. We have all kinds of sagas about the Pless family.
You do, Bob?
Yeah.
I've never heard one.
We've heard the house saga forever.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's our national day. Today is the cuckoo warning day. So my family is kind of like cuckoo. And I always think that the Sullivan family, if you want a sense of family, you go to this group of folks, because they play together, they learn together, do you ever argue together?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Siblings never argue.
Really?
Four of us, Bob. We grew up 4 of us in one bedroom, okay? There were 2 sets of bunk beds. Yeah, oh, yeah.
One on one side and one on the other. And those houses were not big, so you could could you touch one another if you reached across? I mean, I'm suggesting that. I'm not suggesting anything.
You could throw stuff real easy.
You could throw stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Who got the bottom bunks?
Kevin.
Kevin was on it.
Kevin
and Brian.
I was on the bottom.
You were, yeah. And you guys were on the top. Which was the better bunk to have in that situation?
Probably both. It was harder for my mother to reach them with the spoon. Because they were higher.
I'm the only one that's still got scars from the metal spatulas going around. So, yeah.
Hey, Bob, here we have a recording from nighttime at the in their bedroom.
That's Edie.
So you, but family-wise, I got to say, and now there are, you have hundreds of people in your extended family now. Yeah, right.
But no more voters. They're all still really young.
Yeah. You're populating a whole. They are populating a whole street of.
Yes.
Well, how many in the Sullivan clan now? Let's see. How many First, how many
11,
children?
11
grandkids, and then 8 more great grandkids.
Yep.
And so
19,
that's
5.
19.
Well, 19
plus 5.
Yep.
It's 24.
24.
Yeah, you're 30.
30.
Don't forget to carry the 1.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
In-laws count as half.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you all get together. What's the holiday that you get together the most?
Probably 80 Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Well,
we
Or
rotate
both.
it based on how other families can all get together. So Edie's Christmas has been any time between the 20th and the January 1st, depending on when we all can get there.
Now, does Edie still do Christmas for you? She still insists on doing this.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah, we had it.
Man.
We had
I
it
love
in
her.
July last year, based on.
I remember the
You
COVID.
had it July?
I remember the
pandemic.
COVID one.
Yeah, the pandemic was there. Pete was there.
He was a DJ.
Yeah.
Played, but
Oh,
we ended up doing it outside at the Sons of Aaron in July.
Dude.
I remember that. Yeah.
unbelievable. So you hire it.
Yeah.
Listen, see, I told you, Rick. The family, they know how to do it. My family was lucky. I was lucky. My sister once, we opened our gifts and she went in her room and cried because she didn't get what she wanted. She's going to hate that story. But it is really true. And so your family were celebrating Christmas. Okay. Now, then how does St. Patrick's Day fit into anything? Because
That's
you're
hit or miss.
Are you Irish on both sides?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's time for a break, Bob.
Who's the most Irish out of all of the clan?
We had a niece do family
Sarah and Abby
history,
did that.
and it's like 92% or something.
Yep.
92%.
It's
Okay,
there's
but
something in the middle.
But
there.
who is the most Irish acting of you all? I mean, who's the one that you say?
Is this a subtle way of saying who can drink the most?
I was just going to ask about that.
That's where he's going.
You got to get your Irish up, you know?
No. Did you want to really reveal that?
It's probably pretty easy to figure out.
Dad's the best member at the Sons of Aaron.
There you go.
He was a founding member there, probably.
No, he wasn't.
No. Oh man. No. So we're going to take a break. Just so folks can refresh their drinks at home. They're having coffee, okay?
Irish coffee, Bob.
Irish coffee. And since we're here, we're going to be talking about what's happening this weekend, etc. We got a lot to talk about, but I picked music. I asked, what was Kevin Sullivan? Because we got this event on Friday night. It's in honor of Kevin J. Sullivan. And it is for the Kevin J. Sullivan Scholarship. And so I thought I'd play some songs. So Bo told me that he liked some songs. So I picked some songs. And, of course, the first song that Bo said was Changes in Latitude, Changes in Attitude. Yeah. He was a big Buffett fan.
He was a Buffett fan.
He was a parrot head.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
Going to the concerts.
Oh, yeah. You used to talk to him all the time about it.
Yeah. And where does that come from? I mean, I don't picture the three of you, any of you, as parrot heads.
Oh, we went.
Maybe.
We've gone to a few
take
concerts.
bus trips
Yeah.
to Buffett.
Oh.
There's many a
Used to rent
trip
a bus,
to
yeah.
Pack up the
Jimmy
Peter
Buffett.
Pan.
Yeah.
Really?
It's an experience, isn't it, guys?
Oh, yeah.
It's an
Oh, yeah.
experience in
Where
itself.
is it? What is it? Where are you? I don't even know.
It's
Whenever Buffett was around.
wherever the concert going out, there's a party in the parking lot. It's actually bigger than the concert itself.
Oh, yeah.
the
You show up
concert.
5 hours early.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's somebody that you definitely need to be in the parking lot before you start singing because
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
you're not there for the singing.
The singing is, it's not the greatest voice in the world, but the songs are so.
It's a party.
Yeah.
Oh man, and also true to life, and he's still out there, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And Margaritaville, isn't there a theme park or something, or is that a restaurant?
There's senior living now.
Oh,
I thought that. Yeah.
Oh, it's a whole marketing. It's a whole marketing thing.
yeah.
He's cashed in on it big time.
Yeah.
So they serve margaritas at dinner time. I mean, that's
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, buddy.
Breakfast, lunch.
Hey, Bob, you know what? These concerts, when you go, you don't even have to bring anything with you. The first one I ever went to, we had a small cooler and some sandwiches and stuff like that, and everybody knew we were first timers. Yeah. And it was like, and by the time we left there, we had more friends and more drinks in front of us than anything. You just walk by and people will hand you drinks. They'll hand you food.
Oh, yeah. And does that have? Did you guys all have food and drinks? And yeah.
No, we'd go for the free stuff.
I'd follow Rick around. It was easier.
All right,
you don't have to carry anything out at the end of the night.
Yeah. All right, so let's play Changes in Latitude, Changes in Attitude. I had no idea the band was named after a song. There's a Changes in Latitude.
Yeah, that's
the
the
tribute
knockup.
band.
Jimmy,
Yes.
yeah,
That's the
Jimmy
tribute
Buffett
band.
knockup.
Yeah. Here we go.
I took off for a weekend last month just to try and recall the whole year. All of the faces and all of the places, wondering where they all disappeared. I didn't ponder the question too long. I was hungry and went out for a bite. Ran into a chum with a bottle of rum and we wound up drinking all night. It's those changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes, nothing remains quite the same. All of our running and all of our cunning, if we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. Reading departure signs in some big airport reminds me of the places I've been. Visions of good times that brought so much pleasure makes me want to go back again. If it suddenly ended tomorrow, I could somehow adjust to the fall. Good times and riches and son of a bitches, I've seen more than I can recall. These changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes, nothing remains quite the same. Through all of the islands and all of the highlands, if we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. I think about Paris when I'm high red wine. I wish I could jump on a plane. So many nights I just dream of the ocean. God, I wish I was sailing again. Oh, yesterdays are over my shoulder, so I can't look back for too long. There's just too much to see waiting in front of me, and I know that I just can't go wrong. With these changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes, nothing remains quite the same. With all of my running and all of my cunning, if I couldn't laugh, I just would go insane. We couldn't laugh, we just would go insane. We weren't all crazy, we would go insane.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Yeah. Wow, it is Tuesday morning. It is the first day of summer, and what better way to celebrate the summer solstice than to invite the Sullivan brothers in. They have just come back from a tour of Rhode Island. And yeah,
So I've been there.
Yeah.
You sure it wasn't Ludlow, Bob?
Oh, it was Ludlow. Yeah.
Is that a jail reference?
No. Hey, if it's good enough for Dave Portnoy, it's good enough for you guys.
It's exactly right. Who is in your family? Who is the wittiest? Because all of you are quick-witted.
Oh, God.
Who is the witty?
Are you saying
who
who's
do you
the
think?
biggest buster, Bob?
Didn't we just agree? It's Dad.
Dad.
Yeah.
Either Dad or Janet. Either way.
So you're asking who the smart ass of the family is? Is that
The way, yeah. Who was the one that was in most trouble? The most trouble.
Oh, that was Brian.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
Brian.
Brian.
Right away.
There's no argument there.
All in favor?
No, Brian. No way.
Well, let's put it this way: he took all the hits for me. By the time it got to me, it was like, just don't embarrass the family. Is basically what the answer is.
Hence the reason I'm Edie's favorite.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are we going to have middle child therapy here?
Who-
It's a
so,
little early.
that's the middle child.
That's me. Yeah.
So who has pictures? There are probably tons of pictures of you.
There's one of me.
Oh,
One.
And he's in the background.
Talk about therapy. Now we're going to have therapy sessions.
oh God, yes.
You're going to mention chalk drawings again, aren't you?
Oh.
So no, Bo, being the youngest, were you always blamed for everything?
No.
No?
No, I was
Oh,
never.
must have been
I
my
was- I had
family. I'm
Brian.
just kidding.
Yeah.
They knew it was Brian. No, I was
It
the
would
one that
always
could
go
probably get away
directly
with
to you.
more.
Yeah, directly to me. I was self.
Who was the
inflicted.
the least troublemaker? Well, of course, Janet was probably.
Janet was never in trouble.
Yeah,
just
never
ask
in
her,
trouble.
yeah.
It doesn't mean she wasn't a
ask her.
troublemaker.
Oh,
She just didn't get blamed for it.
Right.
Yeah.
how does
probably
Janet
Kevin.
exist
Yeah.
with such alpha males?
Oh,
She did okay.
She did fine. She had her own.
Oh,
She had her own room. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, okay. You didn't hang in that room. I mean, did you ever? No,
Couldn't
no.
step foot in that
No,
room.
Oh,
we
you couldn't-
weren't allowed there.
Yeah.
Oh no. What rule did you remember from your childhood that that Edie or your dad put down? First, who was the rule maker in your family?
Rick. No,
That's not too far from the truth, by the way.
This is a weird story, but those that lived around Highland Ave will understand that my father standing out on the front steps and whistling when it was dark out to get us all to be home was, I guess, a rule, right?
Yeah.
But it was like street lights maybe for some people. It was my dad's whistle. And that
But the
meant-
whole neighborhood knew it.
and everybody in the neighborhood went home. You know, that
Can
was-
you do the whistle? How did that?
No.
No.
we had a bell. One of our neighbors
still,
had a bell
Still too
that
soon.
they
I
rang.
can't hear the whistle anymore. Yeah.
But the rule. So a rule was you had to be home by.
The whistle.
whistle.
By the time
By
the
the
whistle
whistle.
ended.
Yeah. Oh.
By the time my father felt like having the 5 kids back in the house, that was the rule.
All right. What?
And they're only whistling because they got no idea where we are. So
Oh. Okay.
That's
We'd
true.
come from all different areas of the neighborhood.
Wow. And you all had different friends, or
Yeah.
did you all have the same friends?
A lot of different. I mean, there's enough age difference that
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't hang out with Rick.
No,
I was.
that was a rule.
Yeah. See, Rick's rules.
Yeah.
I was only like 8 when he left, so for college. So
That's right.
So-
Yeah.
close.
You were the little baby that somebody was carrying when you came down the stairs at the parties.
Who,
bro.
me?
Yeah.
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 Well, if you think about it, the first play that they did, that we were around for, I was 3. Anything goes. I was 3.
Oh
so,
my God! Holy mother!
So yes, I was
Yes,
that. I'm not sure they were carrying me, but
yeah.
Pushing him, maybe.
Yeah.
Who took care? Who was the one that took care of everybody?
Which kid?
Which
kid?
Yeah.
Probably Janet.
Janet.
Yeah.
Janet was the caretaker. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
There was. Yeah. My grandmother said we didn't need a babysitter; we needed a referee. So there wasn't a lot of taking care of her.
Yeah, really. I mean, she broke my collarbone. How much did she...
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't rolling over fast enough for her.
Amazing, amazing.
Good thing she's not here.
Yeah. All right. So,
on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So look, now that we've talked for 27 minutes about you guys, let's talk a bit about how this event that's happening on Friday night, or the whole weekend actually. This is how did this come to be? Who came up with this idea?
I think family.
Yeah.
We've talked about it for a couple of years.
Yeah. Kevin passed away 2 years ago.
No, it'll be 4.
Oh
yeah.
no!
Yeah.
Is it that long?
Coming up on 4.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah.
And it was a surprise for all of us, and a real difficult time for your family as well as all those who knew and loved this honored public servant and this friend of schools in Westfield. I mean, like, you really think about it. I mean, this guy was a kind man who really served well. And so your family says, well, we've got to honor him in some way, and yeah.
Yeah, there were lots of donations, obviously, that came in, and some went to the Boys and Girls Club, and some went to the high school.
Right.
So there was a plaque made by the Tech Academy departments that a few months ago, hung up at the high school. It's right outside the gym in honor of Kevin. And we were talking when we were doing that, and it kind of rolled into what else can we do? And we came up with the scholarship is what this is all about. But then these nights just kind of grew on their own a little bit, and it's kind of taken its own life.
They keep growing, because I just got a text from somebody last night saying, hey, we're going to add a band while you take your break. And I went, yeah, that's no break for me.
That's how the family keeps growing.
That's more work for me.
We now have talented people in the family. So, yeah.
So you mean somebody in your family is going to get up there and sing?
No direct family.
I don't know.
But it's a boyfriend of a daughter.
I gotcha. Oh, that always.
It's a wannabe.
It's his
How can I get into that family?
Session.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, okay, so you form a committee, right? And you certainly know how to form committees, don't you?
We sure do.
Yeah.
You should see this committee.
Yeah. You even called me.
That's right.
But they have, folks. They had their meetings, or they've had their meetings on Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings, like at 10 o'clock. Rick, what time does Bob get up on Sunday? He's my personal assistant, so
I don't about
You
2
get
or 3
up?
in the
I was gonna
afternoon.
say, Sunday morning is Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
No,
he doesn't see Sunday half the time.
No. But it just happened that for some reason, all of these your meetings were taking place. I was either out of town or in bed. So.
Or in bed out of town.
Yes.
Or in bed out of. Oh, well, that's true. Why play favorites?
You're why brunch got invented, aren't you?
I was going to have a B&B until James pointed out that you had to get up to cook breakfast. Forget it.
And the only reason he'll be up this Sunday is because the fireworks will wake him up about 9 o'clock. So
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. But so you had you really had a great team. Tim O'Connor took the lead, basically. Was he? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you began then working on this project, and the fruition, after months of planning, is happening this weekend. And so tell everybody about what's happening.
Go ahead.
No, actually, this whole weekend grew from talking about having a golf tournament. That was the first step. And when we started talking, and Bo and Rick got courses, we have Toccoa and Southampton Country Club hosting a golf tournament. We then realized that we're just not going to see or be able to invite or hang with enough of our friends and family that we've met, and Kevin's friends and families, for a golf tournament. So I actually think it was Tim O'Connor that said, we should do something the night before. And that just snowballed. And it became a community event on Friday night at the Sons of Aaron, starting at 4 o'clock and going till they kick us out of there, probably.
Yeah. What time does the place close?
I think
when
outside,
they kick us out of there.
We're outside.
The ticket says 10.
That's right.
10
the
o'clock.
pavilion for the neighbors is 10 o'clock. So
yeah.
But as I say, snowball. It was now we have food trucks and music and games and raffles and people have just been phenomenally supportive, donating or wanting to help or just being there, getting in touch with students that Kevin went to school with back in high school, Bo and Kevin back in high school, right up through college, law school, and then work and community, like you
said.
And then you connect all of us that expand that whole thing, and and Laura, Kevin's wife. So it just grew, and it's going to be a fun weekend. I just saw Rich Teddemer on Channel 22 this morning doing the weather. And Friday and Saturday look really good, knock on wood, now.
Yeah.
And we're hoping people come down and just celebrate with Kevin's.
I said instead of just calling it a get together, I don't know what we were calling it to begin with. A community
Scholar Fest is what we
Scholar Fest. Yeah, because it's about a scholarship. Yeah. Well, Rick, tell us about the scholarship. What is it?
So I think, again, the family and Kevin's family, Laura and Rob and Becca, really wanted to kind of pay tribute to Kevin's public service and his real love and commitment to the youth of Westfield in particular. So create a scholarship that will be, permanently endowed. It'll ultimately be housed over at the Community Foundation and will go to Westfield students to continue their education and hopefully continue giving back to the community. I think it's really part of Kevin's legacy.
Sure.
And I think this was really the appropriate way to do that. And
So all of the monies that are raised through the Scholar Fest and the golf tournament on Saturday. Now, I can't join the golf tournament now, can I? I can't join for a lot of reasons, but
I think that was one of the rules.
That Bob couldn't play in the golf tournament. That was the first rule.
You could be on the committee, but you cannot golf.
They're definitely.
I could caddy, but even then you don't want
me
to
drive the cart. No, that's fine.
No, I couldn't.
Have you seen him drive?
Oh, no.
It's an open field.
Yeah.
I could sing. You have a place for somebody to sing
at the end.
You can sit at the 18th hole with Edie and Pops.
Yeah. That's a great idea. Yes, yeah.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to put these events on and everything, and not only your committee, but bringing the community together. And I noticed you guys have some great sponsors on your list here. We've got Advanced Manufacturing, and all of these are just wonderful Westfield businesses who always support the community. You've got Fershon and Adams Funeral Services, D.A. Sullivan and Sons, Westfield Bank, Specialty Bolt and Screw, and Westfield Gas and Electric, and Westfield Whip City Fiber. All great companies who have always supported everything here in town, and especially it's nice to see them coming out to support, the Kevin J. Sullivan Scholarship Fund.
The scholarship really will continue from year to year. Is this going to be an annual event?
Well, I think we for sure will do it enough so that with the scholarships endowed. I don't think anybody's committed that this will be a in perpetuity event.
But you have 30,000, or no, you have 300 family members that could take it over. And once you get a taste of producing a successful event, you then say, hell, that was easy, and we'll just do the same thing we did last year. And then
I've never said hell, that was easy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you said that, Bo, because I've done a number and never have said that.
No. Everybody, isn't that strange that you know this? Both mayors know this, but they think that things just happen. You know, they think that the fireworks just happen or whatever, you know, and they don't just happen, right?
No, they don't. I mean, you've got a lot of people. I mean, Cindy Sullivan did raffles. I mean, everybody kind of had a job and took their job and got their job done. And you know, it's a lot of time, effort, and commitment from people.
And changing things at the last moment, or making decisions that are difficult, or offending. No, that's the wrong word. But
spelling people's name correctly.
Oh my God, help me! Oh God, help me! I gave Don Blair. I didn't give Don Blair. Westfield State University gave Don Blair an honorary degree one year, okay? And I was in charge of writing the poem and getting the thing together, et cetera, et cetera. And it would always say Donald Anthony Blair or whatever the person's name was, okay? So we're in the middle of the ceremony, and or just before the ceremony, actually. And Don Blair's daughter came up to me and said, I hate to tell you, but you have the wrong name on the Blair. He's got a middle name that isn't his middle name. And we had spent like $400 on a calligrapher. It was so beautiful. I mean, $800 to have the thing framed and everything. So I said, what do we, I said, well, we just got to pretend that his middle name is Duncan or something. Was there ever did you ever have anything like that happen while you were in office that you just, the worst one was, I was in charge of proofing the program for the Westfield State graduation. Okay, I would write the program. I would write the script, etc., for whatever, but do the program, and we would go over with a fine-tooth comb, etc., etc. So we're sitting there at graduation, and I'm reading that we are giving the Pubic Service Award.
Whoops.
That happened 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. So anytime the word public now appears in any of my work, I have to make sure that L is there at any rate.
This is Cock and Locker.
Okay, so let's for everybody go over again where and how and what.
Friday afternoon is the first event, I guess. 4 o'clock, it starts anytime after 4 at the Sons of Aaron on William Street. There it is. I'm hoping it is for a scholarship, and so it is a fundraiser.
Right.
So there'll be a donation, quote unquote, for entry, and then there's plenty of raffles. There's silent auctions. There's a live auction.
How much cash do I bring?
You?
All of it, Bob.
All of it. I've seen your bar tab before. Let's just go with one of those.
Yes.
I travel in a pair, you know. I have a martini drink.
I've seen his bar tab before, too.
those apple ones.
Yeah. So now, so you get there, and what's happening?
There'll be an entry donation, and selling of raffle tickets.
Okay,
those will be the first 2 things you do.
Right.
And then there's food trucks.
Right.
DJ Puza from North Butcher Block is going to be there. Moolicious is going to be there. Rebecca Hart with her truck from the food pantry is also going to be there. So
wonderful.
Plenty of food.
Right.
And obviously there'll be plenty of drink because it's the Sons of Aaron. And they've got
right.
their own bar for some reason.
Uh-huh.
Commercial Distributing is helping us out with a couple other specialty beers, I suppose you could say.
Sure.
There'll be that.
Is there going to be Guinness? Do they have Guinness?
In the can, they do.
Oh,
they
good.
do
Oh,
at the bar. So yes.
All right. Okay.
So you're all.
I'm all set.
You're good.
Oh yeah,
You're
this is good.
Plenty of games to play.
Yeah.
This is a family event.
Yes.
So bring the kids. There's plenty of games. I got a couple students from the Boys and Girls Club going to do face painting under the Figgy tent, as it's now known around town. So,
oh my God, that tent is still around.
Yeah.
Holy mother!
See, everybody knows it.
So I've put it up. Oh God,
it's just going to be a fun event, and that's what it is. It's everybody getting together. Brian went through the list. There's going to be a couple kids from Union College where Kevin went, and hopefully, I got my fingers crossed, a couple from Albany Law School, where he and Laura went to law school. So, but there's friends that have moved away that were in weddings. Dougie Mayhew's going to be back in town.
Oh, man.
Carmen Del Gueccio's back in town. He's actually coming in a day early.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
you have somebody taking a photo booth or something so that you can get all of these memories, or a photographer to take pictures or whatever.
Yeah, his name's Bob Plass.
Oh, jeez. Have you ever seen the pictures? I frame my pictures very well. But once I take them on the phone, I don't know how to get them off the phone. So if you ever want to see anything that I've done, you have to have my phone.
Pete, can you help out here?
Yeah.
No, Bob's beyond
You
help.
talk to my personal assistant. Talk to my. So, and it goes on now. We all should tell people there's an ATM also there, right?
There is. Inside the building, there is an
run
ATM.
Out of cash.
Yeah. So if you run out of cash,
actually, everything is cash down at the Sons of Aaron. The food truck. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you need that.
Cash is good.
So fabulous. The weather looks great for this, right?
So far.
We're knocking on wood, Bob.
Yeah.
We're knocking on wood.
Yeah. And the next day, you're at 2 country clubs?
Yep. Toccoa Country Club.
How rare is that you get a golf tournament at 2? I mean, unless it's is it a golf festival?
Yeah, sure.
It is now.
You can call it whatever you want.
Oh, my God.
There's some non-golfers that are actually going to be out there, too. Trust me. I'm figuring 3-4 holes, and then this isn't for me.
That's a great idea to have that people who can't play golf and give an award for the worst player.
We couldn't come up with it.
Oh, you couldn't?
No, Brian's in charge of that, and there's a list.
Oh.
He's just going to throw a dart at somebody.
It's my entire team.
Yeah.
Who of the brothers is going to win?
I don't think anyone.
The 3 of you at all? Who's going to come higher? Who's going to get the better score?
Oh, the
Who's
out of us?
The better,
out of us or
the
out
best
of the
golfer
family?
of the 3 of you.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
none of us are any good.
Our kids are better golfers.
Yeah, Christopher's foursome is going to win this thing.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Rick mentioned D.A. Sullivan and Son, the family business, construction business in Northampton. Those cousins are coming over, and they're all good golfers. So they got the golfing gene. We did not.
Yeah,
they're terrible singers, though.
Yeah,
they hate politics. They can golf.
Okay. Oh God, get him on that green. Yeah. No, so you can't sign up. The golf tournament is now it's done, right?
It's
You've signed on. It's full or whatever.
Both courses are full, and in all fairness, that got full very quickly, and that was one of the reasons why Friday sprung up, was because between Kevin and our friends and families, you fill 2 golf courses rather quickly. So we have 2 full courses, and then we're going up to Toccoa afterwards to kind of finish the weekend.
I love it.
All of us getting together.
I love it. See, as an event planner, this is the beginning of if all of the area golf courses had an event that day, that every one of them were filled, all working. I mean, that could be very unique and whatever. I mean, and maybe even one does a nighttime golf thing. I'm not running this for you guys, but I just
don't suggest it, Bob, because you're in charge of it.
Maybe,
but don't worry, all those events are easy to do.
Oh, they're easy. Oh God, yeah, they're easy.
And you, the chairman of the golf tournament, Bob Platt.
Yes, exactly. I think he just volunteered himself.
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you want a non-golfer to run a golf festival.
You gonna have it down at Mr. Whippy's at the
well,
miniature golf tournament?
That's right. Personal assistant. You could have like a miniature golf tournaments as
There's
well.
those out there.
Yeah, there are those out there. There are some places that do that.
Personal assistant. Yeah. Rick, you are going to whatever.
The windmill hole is the one that always gets me. I can't.
Yes. Hey, so kids, listen to this. I was.
Okay, we're back in 1973. It's the boyfriend.
There's something going on with clowns.
He's going to ask me to get him a drink.
All right.
Rocks in his scotch this time or not?
Oh, God, I love it. All right, so we knew that Jimmy Buffett was a great friend or Kevin's favorite performer. So I listened to a ton of Jimmy Buffett songs, and I found one that was I said, I wonder if any of them have school in there in any way, you know, and you know, Summer's Cool might have been one in a way, but I found this one that I had never heard of called Schoolboy Heart, and I think it's a newer one, maybe. I don't know, but you got to listen to the words, the lyrics of this. I don't want us to get us all teary-eyed, but I think he describes who has a schoolboy heart. You just listen to the beginning of this, and Peter, you play Schoolboy Heart for us.
I got a schoolboy heart, a novelist eye, stout sailor's legs, and a license to fly. I came with nomad feet and some wandering toes that walk up my longboard and hang off the nose. I suppose the need to focus never arose, so something like a Swiss Army knife, that's my life. Frankenstein had nothing on this body of mine. The villagers still flocking to see me breaking free, 'cause I got a schoolboy heart, a novelist eye, stout sailor's legs, and the license to fly. I got a bartender ear and a beachcomber style, piratical nerve, and a vaudevillian style. I suspect I died in some cosmic shipwreck, with all hands spread all over the deck. What the heck? Then some kind of obscene and unscrupulous mind began to pick up what he could find. Added ice, shook me twice, rolled the dice. Now I've got a schoolboy heart, a novelist eye, stout sailor's legs, and the license to fly. I got a native tongue from way down south. It sits in the cheek of my Gulf Coastal mouth. I got a schoolboy heart, a novelist eye, stout sailor's legs, and the license to fly. I came with nomad feet and some wandering toes that glide up my longboard and hang off the nose.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday morning. It's the first day of summer, and gosh, what better way to celebrate than with the Sullivan boys, Sullivan brothers? They're
sounds like a vaudeville act.
Yeah. We've
been called worse.
How do your mother refer to you as the boys, or what do you know, or? How did they
That's
refer?
one four-letter word.
Oh my God!
Hey Bob, I think we've established that she referred to them as this.
Right.
Oh, that brass fraction, dirty naga, hunting, shamble, wanna that gastronomic epicure culinary crepe trousette.
Oh man,
I hate him.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So please, can you tell me your favorite? This is a ringer, but your favorite memory of Kevin. Yeah, I bet there are thousands of them. But is there a good one that you?
Yeah, well, I mean, there are a whole bunch. So, you know, from what walk of life? I'll give you a sports one because I was older and first off, didn't really ever play sports.
You never played sports, right?
Well, not well.
Oh, good. Well, you want to sit with me? Just go.
He said with.
Yeah, not on me. For God's sake.
I just saw James's face. So I'll give you one. I think it was a home basketball game. I think it was West Springfield, but Bo will correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, you're right.
And it was Westfield High gym was packed for the game. Close game. Westfield, I think, came back from being down. Mm-hmm. So really great game. He's throwing an inbounds pass. Some controversy over whether or not it hit anything on the way, but as far as the referees were concerned, it was legitimate. And hits Kevin high, just over, I think, half court. Yep. Turns around and banks it in, and maybe it swooshed in, but anyway, hits the shot, and the place goes wild. They win the game. They probably had no business winning that game. They had a pretty tough season.
Yep.
Kevin was good, but
it was the Tom Daly game.
It was
sorry.
No. I was trying to figure out how to work that in, but yes, Tom Daly came out of semi-retirement to coach the team for a couple of games and designed that one up, and it was just kind of right place, right time, and it just went in. I was strictly the proud brother spectator on the side.
Yeah. And he was a good athlete.
He was a pretty good basketball player.
Basketball player. Oh, we leave it at that.
It was because of the height.
Oh, yeah, okay. Were you the athlete in the family?
No.
Were you, Brian?
By default, it was Brian. Yeah. We all did one sport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what sport were you?
Oh, Brian had a couple.
Brian, you were football.
And soccer. I played basketball, but
you look like a football player to me.
Well, that's later in years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we all had bad knees. By the way, knees.
And Coach Yakum will say he ran like one.
Yeah. That's right. I had both Coach Yakum and Coach Daly, so those two have stories.
I got you. So Rick, you were the swimmer in the family. I mean, you look like you're a swim. That was your.
I was a lifeguard, but don't confuse that with being a swimmer. And I was on the soccer team, but I was a Minuteman, which is the most I ever played in a game.
I see.
I tell you, all three of you were soccer players.
Oh, see,
all four. Actually, all four of you were.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was an easy one to play. So.
Was it? Even with those rules that I can't figure out?
Two rules.
Was Coach Byron?
There were no rules?
No. Not if you just kick it as hard as you can and let it go.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see. So, Kevin, for Brian, you got one for Kevin?
Not one, but Kevin was a TV show and movie connoisseur.
Oh, really?
And he had his favorites of both. And what's kind of cool is he used to watch them with our kids, and now those kids quote him for those. Those are the memories they remember. Is some of the movies, the Chevy Chase scenes, or
Elf,
Cheers.
Oh,
or
Elf.
Or
really?
All these ones with funny lines in them. They can quote you his favorite line of all of those. So it's kind of a run-on theme for us as we.
So it's sort of like me and Broadway show tunes or something.
Yeah, a lot like you and Broadway. Right. I don't think it really has anything to do with you.
But
it's all about you, Bob.
Oh, it's all about
It's always all about him.
Yeah, really. That's right.
Right.
And Bo.
This one's hard. I can't come up with one.
Yeah.
There were just so many. I mean, Kevin was only 18 months older than me, so I grew up with Kevin.
Yeah.
Highland School, middle school, high school. Going to Union, probably. I spent as much time at Union College as I did at the University of Hartford.
You would go there for like weekends and stuff?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God.
I used to bring carloads of kids up and just go. There was enough times that we just jumped in the car and went to Sigma Chi and hung out, and so all his friends that are going to come this weekend, we're all looking forward to seeing because we haven't seen them in a long time. So.
Oh man.
So there's just those. It's the car rides. It's he actually asked, the one that sticks out, I guess, is he actually asked me and Chris, who was then my girlfriend at the time, to go to Maine with him for him and Laura when they got engaged.
Oh.
We went up on the beach in a driving snowstorm.
Uh-huh.
It was February, and it was Maine February.
Yeah.
And he decides he wants to take a walk on the beach, and Laura's like, I'm not going anywhere. We're like, oh, it's beautiful. Go see the snow on the beach. You'll love it.
Yeah.
They got about 20 feet, and we set up the house and did everything that we were supposed to do. So
sure.
So that one was great because he, I was his best man, but he asked me to be up there and set the whole thing up for him. So that was probably the one that always sticks with me.
He is loved, remembered, and honored by our community, and everyone that met Kevin had is touched by his being or whatever. So it's really great that we honor him. Let's give the last our last plug. Yes.
Before you do that,
yes, sir.
we need to do a shout out to this year's. We actually gave away the scholarship this year.
Did? Oh my
to
gosh.
a graduating Westfield High senior. She's going to Fairfield University. Abby Menzel was the first winner of the KJS Memorial Scholarship, the Kevin J. Sullivan Memorial Scholarship. So we want to shout out to Abby. She's a great kid, great. She'll be there.
Oh, I can't
She'll
wait.
be there Friday, so she wants to come and meet everybody. So congratulations to Abby.
So wonderful. So it's this Friday. It starts at 4:00. It's at the Sons of Aaron, which is on William Street in Westfield. It goes to 10 o'clock or whenever they kick these guys out.
Yep.
I'll be leaving about maybe 8:30.
10:30, quarter of 11.
Yeah.
You're just leaving at 8:30 to go get more money.
Oh, stop.
Edie got rid of the gray couch, so you can't.
All right. So and then we there's food and there's an ATM. There are raffles. There's all kinds of good things happening
Good
on that
family
night.
stuff.
Good family
All
stuff.
family stuff.
So Friday night you put it together and get that family. Begin summertime on this Friday with the Scholar Fest, and I love you guys. You know that, and I do anything for you guys. I just I'm
Except get out of bed on Sunday.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm not getting
Power
out
of technology.
Yeah. When I'm running that big golf tournament, that New England, every golf club in New England has a festival on the same day, tournament on the same day. So at any rate, we're going to go go out with one of Brian's favorite songs by Third Blind Eye.
Or Third Eye Blind.
What is it called?
Third Eye Blind.
So this is the Broadway part of it. It's actually Kevin's favorite. It's Third Eye Blind.
Third Eye Blind. Did I say it was my favorite?
You said it was Brian.
Oh, Brian's favorite. Oh, it's Kevin's
favorites
favorite.
too, but that's
Yeah.
Third Blind Eye.
We all
That's a
get
new band.
confused all the time.
All right, so the name of the song is Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. Right, and I think that says it all. We lead charmed lives when we have good people in our lives, and the Sullivans are a good match for charmed lives. And I thank you for being here, you guys. You got to come back. We got to do it again sometime. Okay. We'll talk politics or whatever, the world.
Great.
Here's Third Blind Eye. Get out there and volunteer, everybody. See you. What are you?
Eye blind, whatever. Just play it.
Just play it, Pete. Let's get out of here.
Bye.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
She lives for me, says she lives for me, ovation. Who won't motivation? She comes round and she goes down on me. And I'll make you smile like a drug for you. Do ever what you wanna do, coming over you. Keep on smiling what we go through. One stop to the rhythm that divides you. And I speak to you like the chorus to the verse. Drop another line like a coda with the curse. Coming like a freak show takes the stage. We give them the game she plays. She say, I want something else to get me through this semi-time kind of life. Baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say goodbye. The sky was gold, it was rose. I was taking sips of it to my nose, and I wish I could get back there, someplace back there, smiling in the pictures you would take. To a climb, I still lift you up until you break. It won't stop. I won't come down and keep stop with the tick-tock rhythm. I bumped for the drop and then I bumped up. I took the hit that I was given, then I bumped again, then I bumped again. I said, how do I get back there to the place where I fell asleep inside you? How do I get myself back to the place where you said I want something else to get me through this semi-time kind of life? Baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say goodbye. I believe in the sand beneath my toes. The beach gives a feeling, an earthy feeling. I believe in the faith that grows, and the full light goes can make me cry. When I'm with you, I feel like I could die, and that would be alright, alright. And when the plane came in, she said she was crossing the velvet ribbons in the sea. We tripped on the earth to feel alive, and now I'm struggling to survive those days you were wearing that velvet dress. You're the priestess, I must confess. Those little red panties, they passed the test. So I took around the belly, face down on the mattress. I want something else to get me through this life. Baby, I want something else. Not listening when you say